Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
नमस्कार, CNBC TV 18 और इंटेल की पेशकश बूस्ट योर बिजनेस में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं मृदु भंडारी। इस सीरीज के माध्यम से हम आपको देश भर के उन SMEs की कहानियों से परिचित करा रहे हैं जो अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी का फायदा उठा रहे हैं। आज मेरे सहयोगी गौतम श्रीनिवासन दिल्ली के निकट फरीदाबाद में स्थित LNM ऑटो इंडस्ट्रीज के दफ्तर जा रहे हैं ताकि वो ये जान सकें कि कैसे ये कंपनी टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करके अपने बिजनेस को आगे बढ़ा रही है। आइए देखते हैं।
इनोवेशन और टेक्नोलॉजी में बेंचमार्क स्थापित करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध LNM ऑटो इंडस्ट्रीज ऑटोमोबाइल्स, माइनिंग, कंस्ट्रक्शन और कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स जैसे कई उद्योगों के इंजीनियरिंग प्रोडक्ट्स के लीडिंग मैन्युफैक्चरर हैं। 20 से अधिक वर्षों के टेक्निकल एवं प्रोडक्ट क्षेत्र में अपने अनुभव के साथ फरीदाबाद स्थित इस कंपनी ने 2007 में एक अत्याधुनिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट की स्थापना की। न केवल भारत में बल्कि उत्तरी अमेरिका, यूरोप और ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी अपनी छाप छोड़ी है।
All right, now that we have a bird's eye view of the business, it's time to understand how LNM Auto Industries uses technology to move forward. And to understand that, we speak to the management. Sandeep Mall joins us. He's the managing director of LNM Auto Industries, and he's going to tell us how he uses technology in his business. Sandeep, great to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Let's start with your entrepreneurial journey. Why did you decide to go into hardcore manufacturing? As opposed to just going in for a fancy startup tag?
So basically, I wanted to do something creative and manufacture something and start something. And it all started in '93 when liberalization started and Manmohan Singh opened the economy and the market. And India was always short of foreign currency. And my dad is a patriotic, so he was talking to his friend in US. And he said that let's do something, where we can bring in some dollars in
so you went in for the made in India idea.
So that's how it started with that vision.
Now you are an electronics engineer by education. So by nature you understand the benefits that technology brings to the table. So how critical a component is technology in your business?
Thanks to my export business, I was traveling to international customers everywhere. And I saw the use of technology, how much ease these guys had by using technology. So we started bringing in whatever was best for our industry and at that point of time whatever was available in the market so that we can improve upon our productivity and give the customer a good quality product.
All right, so that's the broad strokes. Let's look at some of the finer points. Now design is a key component of your business. What are some of the tech challenges you face there, and how has the process evolved since from your start till now?
Sometime in 2003, that point of time our turnover was around say 2-3 crore rupees, and we got export order we won an export order from an American customer, and that was of around 6 crore rupees, which was like 3 times of our whatever annual sale was last year. And we had to develop 20 products, and the timeline was just 3 months. That is, that in 3 months I have to develop these 20 products. And the conventional way, if I would have gone into developing these products, then it would have been impossible for us to, make it in over a period of 1 year. It would have taken us. So that is the first time when I, incorporated technology into LNM, and we started designing the die and the toolings and the process on using software. And some die which will take almost like 1 month and 1.5 months, we were able to do it in 48 hours.
All right.
So we were able to deliver all those 20 samples before time to the customer, and this is where my love with technology started. And
you saw the clear benefit of using technology. That's right.
Yes.
Now let's extend this conversation to the backbone that powers this entire enterprise and see where things go. Shall we?
Yeah, please.
Right, so dealing with multiple clients abroad, that must have been an operational and logistical nightmare. How did you use technology to kind of streamline the process?
Yeah, we have almost like, I have developed more than 2,000 products in my whole 25-year career.
Okay.
Now managing that, and then multiple countries, multiple currencies, multiple clients. So we found out manually we were doing lot of errors. The only way was, you know, getting into artificial intelligence. So we incorporated a software
Okay.
which does all the planning for us, depending upon the orders requirement, customers requirement, our capacity, what we have,
Okay.
what is the raw material available. So it plans and gives me a very specific date when I can supply the
It
product.
gives you an adjustment period. It analyzes what are the requirements and tells
Yes, exactly.
you.
We used to do it manually. We used to fail a lot of times, you know, because कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ lapse हो जाता था with so many products, so many, you know, machines and everything, planning cycle times and everything.
Okay.
So, and it was a lot of people's involvement, you know, and
Okay.
human error की possibilities were
But it's
much
rather
more.
unusual to hear, you know, using AI tools for this. So do you think that you're ahead of the curve when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
your
it's a
competitors?
very. I've not heard of any company in the SME sector, you know, which is using AI intelligence. Basically, you know, it's very user friendly. So the operator is also using it on his machine. Everybody has a smartphone these days.
Okay.
And
They
just
don't
have-
know what is powering all
No,
this.
no, nothing.
But
They
are
just scan
familiar
a
with using
barcode and, you know, and their production is recorded. And
That's interesting. All right. And what are the challenges you have faced from a manufacturing perspective that for which technology has provided you with corrective measures? Could you give
so
us
once we started having the CNC machines and all this, so all we had to do was go and plan it on the machine, do the programming on the machine. So it was wasting a lot of our time, you know, machine time. A programmer has to spend 4 or 5 hours on the machine. And then there is possibility of an error, and if there is a physical accident which happens, you know, a tool going and hitting a part, you know, then there is a lot of losses and breakages and all this. So to get out of that, we started using a software where we can do the whole planning on the computer, and we can see how the tool is going to traverse, and, you know, how the product is going to be made. So all we have to do is provide them input drawing and what we want from the machine.
Which software is this?
That's a CADM software. It's a Bangalore-based company. They have developed it.
Okay.
So we use that technology to make the program on the machine, visually see how it's going to work, and then we are completely satisfied. We know the cycle time exactly, now how much time it's going to take. So we take that on our pen drive and put it on the machine, and we start.
Let's also focus on something as basic as your PCs, as your laptops. Tell me how though adopting PC laptops for your office has helped you improve employee productivity and efficiency.
I mean, in today's world, you just can't imagine without working without a computer or a software, you know, which is going. And with the type of softwares that we use, we always need state-of-the-art machines, because, you know, once these are all very advanced softwares, so the processing speed and the power you need is fast. So the whole system here is almost, you can say, paperless unless the government require for regulatory purposes the printouts.
Unless it is
But
required.
yeah, but most of it is paperless. So everybody you see if in our office, so everybody has their PCs where they work.
But that's a smart strategy. Has going paperless helped you when, you know, GST was introduced? GST, you know, caused a technological problem for a lot of small and medium businesses. But the fact that you were paperless, did that help you tide over that
Exactly,
problem?
because we were ready for it, because everybody here is used to working on that atmosphere. So whatever initial hiccups the government had in their side of the GST, we had no issues. So we have SAP installed at our place. So we had GST implemented on SAP immediately. So looking forward, moving forward also, you know, without technology, we cannot do anything. So now we are going to have robots in the shop, because there's a lot of absenteeism, you know, the weather conditions, and getting right people is also becoming difficult. So now we are looking at using technology to produce parts. So we already started, we started using couple of tools to make a correct part, so we don't even have to go to CMM, you know. So you know whatever you are making in the machine is right. It's a global market now, so it's not like, you know, just supplying somewhere local.
All right, that's the important lesson. As you go global, you need to embrace technology. Well, on that note, we'll conclude this conversation. Mr. Mall, it's been great to speak with you.
Thank you very much.
And to help, you know, in this drive towards adopting more technology to secure more business. We'd like to present you with the HP ProBook 440 G5 laptop, of course, from our OEM partner, and a software solution to go with it from Securite.
Thank you very much.
Solutions partner. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and we wish you well. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
अब वक्त हो चला है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का। ब्रेक के बाद हम आपको ले चलेंगे मुंबई, जहां हम देखेंगे कि बिज ऑन गो, जो कि पैकेजिंग सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइडर है, कैसे टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रतिदिन इस्तेमाल करके अपने बिजनेस को आगे ले जा रहा है। देखते रहिए CNBC TV 18 और इंटेल की खास पेशकश बूस्ट योर बिजनेस।
All small businesses now have a much more vast market they can play in, especially with GST and internet. They don't have to be constrained to their own local environment. They can actually be national players. More and more, they're participating in international markets. So there's a lot of ability and potential for them. Demand is huge because they all have their own unique set of offerings to provide to the customer. And that's where I think technology is going to be the big enabler and the big factor that separates those who scale from those who continue to serve a very small, limited marketplace.
Technology helps you deliver solutions with speed to your customers, to engage with them faster, provide solutions to them at a pace never seen before. So we would like to educate them and help them understand the benefits of technology that could help, in turn, impacting their business.
CNBC TV 18 और इंटेल प्रेजेंट बूस्ट योर बिजनेस में एक बार फिर आपका स्वागत है। ये एक ऐसी सीरीज है जिसके माध्यम से हम SMEs के बीच टेक्नोलॉजी और उससे होने वाले फायदे के बारे में जागरूकता फैला रहे हैं। आइए चलते हैं मुंबई में स्थित बिज ऑन गो के ऑफिस, जहां मौजूद है मेरे सहयोगी गौतम श्रीनिवासन, जो ये पता लगा रहे हैं कि कैसे ये कंपनी टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके अपने पैकेजिंग सॉल्यूशंस के काम को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जा रही है।
नवीनता से भरपूर एवं भारत के 40 अरब डॉलर की पैकेजिंग इंडस्ट्री में अवसर पैदा करने वाला बिजोंगो विभिन्न प्रकार के बिजनेसेस को पैकेजिंग एवं मटेरियल हैंडलिंग सॉल्यूशंस की पहचान करने, खरीदने और बेचने में उनकी मदद कर रहा है। कंटेनर हो, बैग हो, बक्से या पाउच, मुंबई स्थित ये ऑनलाइन मार्केटप्लेस B2B पैकेजिंग की हर प्रक्रिया, जैसे डिजाइन से लेकर डेवलपमेंट और पैकेजिंग की खरीद तक, सबका ख्याल रखता है। बिजोंगो का लक्ष्य पैकेजिंग को अधिक कार्यात्मक और टिकाऊ बनाने में एक प्रमुख भूमिका निभाना है और साथ ही बिजनेस की लागत कम करना और समय बचाने में उनकी मदद करना है।
Hi Ankit. Thank you so much for taking the time. Great to meet you. Now, our viewers have a fair idea now of what Biz On Go does. But let's rewind to understand how it all began. Packaging, how did you get into it?
I think we started 3 years back, we were three of us, and we started with this very singular and focused aim of actually making businesses more efficient with technology. That is what we started with. We had a very simple idea. We thought, at that time there were a lot of B2C companies coming up. We thought as a consumer, I can today order on Flipkart and get something to my home. As a business who procures like in billions, why am I not able to do the same? And why doesn't it work so seamlessly? Then we started looking at very different categories. We looked at a lot of categories, from raw material to your consumer goods to your jewelry. But when we stumbled upon packaging, we kind of realized that this is a very innovative industry. Very, very innovative industry, but at the same time, industry which works completely offline. Probably the technology penetration in this industry is something which is very, very low. It's a traditional industry with, like, you will find in India itself, there are 30,000 manufacturers. Small manufacturers to large manufacturers who have a lot of problem statements, as well as, we thought that technology could help them, and that is how we started, and that is why we kind of chose packaging, and that is where our journey began.
All right, so that's the logic. But over the past 3 years, how has the growth story been? Share some of the performance matrices.
Sure. So in the past 1.5 years itself, we've grown 20x in our revenue. We have increased for all our products, we have increased all our metrics by at least a 10x. In general, looking at our sales as well as the adoption metrics for all our products with our consumers, as well as our buyer side, as well as our manufacturers, has been at least 10x. So that's the amount of growth that we've seen in the past 1.5 years.
All right. So let's take a tour of your offices and continue this conversation, shall we? Right, Ankit, you have been telling us about how you brought a lot of unorganized players into the online marketplace and help them sell better to customers. But if you look at the packaging industry in general, it's been a bit behind the curve when it comes to technology adoption and with what you do. What are some of the challenges that you have faced?
I think initially when you start in an industry which is pretty unorganized, the first challenge you face is that mindset change, right? It's you have to be able to convince them that this technology or a product or a platform will actually make it easier for them to sell. The first hurdle there is that you are changing their routine or you are telling them to do something different than what they're very used to. So that was one of the largest or biggest challenges that we faced while pitching to them or telling them that adopt our platform, come sell on with us. We will be able to give you a better reach. We'll be able to make it more efficient for you.
All right. So take us through how you dealt with that challenge. How did you manage to convince them, and how you managed to use technology to your advantage?
So I think after they started using, or we kind of overcome the challenges by giving them demos, by making them understand that how exactly the process that we're following in the offline world, how will it happen on that platform, and when it happens on that platform, what are the use cases of how it becomes better for them. Once they start using it, when they start to understand, and once they see the results of that process in first one or two transactions, they begin to
come around and say, okay, we can work under this structure and see how things progress.
They start saying that this does make a little bit more sense.
How have you balanced profitability with affordability? That's the big question which any small and medium business will have to address when it comes to technology. So how will you address that?
So we build most of our technology ourselves. We have a large team which builds most of our products in-house. Whenever we have to use a product which is not built by us, we use it with that in mind, that we're using something which is already built, and we will probably not be adding a lot of value by building it again. Unless something is available at a reasonable cost, we'll use it, otherwise we'll build it ourselves.
Building your own tech in-house is not as easy as it sounds.
Absolutely. I think we have a brilliant team in-house that does a pretty good work for us. But at the same time, you always have to do a lot more iterations than probably you would do if you just take something. And that iteration takes time. So it's frustrating sometimes, but at the end of the day, it gives you a lot of value.
And in terms of employee productivity, since you are technology native as a business, how do you see technology improving employee productivity for you here?
I think what we preach, we follow in-house as well. We try to make sure that we have processes and products around whatever we do, from recruitment to our sales processes. We have a product called Lead Plus for our sales processes. We have a product for recruitment. Some of them are built by us. We have an entire order management system that we've built in-house, which manages all the orders that come. For the finance team as well, we have a platform on our admin panel. We have supply chain integrations with all of our partners. So all of that is online for us. We make sure that even when we're working in-house, from managing orders to managing supply chain to managing finance, we try to make it.
So you have technology for every function that you operate under to make things better. But one question that I have for you is, how did your transition to the GST regime happen? Because your company is 3 years old, and this big change happened at that point in time. So how did you manage that transition?
So when actually GST was coming into effect, for 3-4 months before that, we actually had a team working on it. Our finance team leading it with engineering per se, to figure out what all changes we will have to do in our products, as well as what we could offer to our sellers on the seller product, to make sure that the transition becomes very easy. I would tell you that for us, frankly, because we started 4 months back and we made sure that we had that, it was a 4-month project for us, with engineering as well as finance working together. But at the end of the day, the transition was pretty smooth for us. We did not see a lot of hiccups. We did not see a lot of, there were obviously a lot more things that finance has to do in terms of how GST works. But I personally feel by bringing all of that online with GST, it has become much easier now that the transition period is gone.
And you're going to be ready for any other changes as well. All right, and one last question. What would be your key message to other small and medium businesses in terms of using technology to drive their business forward?
I think I would only have one very specific message, that technology always increases efficiency. Process coupled with technology. I think a lot of the SMEs that work right now they start with the process. They start with the offline process, they start with certain processes of how their business has to grow, business has to, move forward. But at the end of the day, if you combine that with technology, making sure that those processes are online, you get efficiency, you get reach, you get that one view for everybody to be able to look at and drive. The entire collaboration part, the entire transparency part becomes very, very easy. And that propels your growth. As I was talking before, that kind of propels your growth to a large extent. The amount of time that you would probably take to do something, that becomes at least half or less than that.
All right, technology to propel your growth. We'll wrap up this conversation on that positive note. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Ankit. But we've got one more thing left to do. So let's see what that is. Well, Ankit, it's been a very revealing experience for both me and the viewers in understanding how BizOnGo uses technology to drive itself forward. As a small token of our appreciation, we'd like to present you with a laptop, an HP ProBook 440 G5 from our OEM partner, and a software solution to go with it from Securite, our software solutions partner. Thank you so much for taking the time.
तो इसी के साथ हम इस सफर के अंत पर पहुंच गए हैं। 8 अग्रणी स्मॉल और मीडियम स्केल बिजनेसेस ने इन बीते हफ्तों में हमें ये दिखाया कि कैसे टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रयोग करके हम अपने कंपटीशन से आगे रहकर अपने लिए एक नया मुकाम बना सकते हैं। अगले हफ्ते हम आपको ले चलेंगे बूस्ट योर बिजनेस के एक स्पेशल टाउन हॉल सेशन में, जहां सरकार, इंडस्ट्री और एसएमईज के प्रतिनिधि आपस में चर्चा करेंगे कि कैसे छोटे बिजनेसेस तकनीक का इस्तेमाल कर अपना भविष्य बदल सकते हैं। तो फिर मिलेंगे अगली बार, तक के लिए मुझे दीजिए इजाजत। नमस्कार।